everyone. This is my 10,000 subscriber, those a little higher now, Q&A video. So I asked you guys to ask me questions on my Instagram and on my YouTube channel, the last video I posted, and here are the answers. A quick disclaimer, a lot of the questions were like the same, so I just kind of combined them all into the same question. So if you hear a question that was like yours but not worded exactly the same, there's a good chance someone else asked that question and I just combine them together. Also, I apologize, my cat is playing with a bottle cap in the background, and even though for integrity of the video I'd like to keep the audio clean, she's having fun and I'm not going to stop that. I guess one of the bigger questions I got asked was what inspired me to start a YouTube channel to begin with. So I've answered this before, but it was really hard for me to describe like what was actually going on in my life to my friends and family back home when I was a cadet up at West Point. And I just decided to just start making videos of it because I was being surrounded by a lot of cool stuff at the time, and just kind of telling a story to my friends back home a couple times a year didn't really do the trick. So I just thought I would just show them. And those videos were like super simple. It was just like shot with my phone and a GoPro I got gifted for my birthday. And I would just throw music on and wouldn't even do any talking or any kind of explanation of what was going on. I was just showing. And then eventually I actually started getting in front of the camera and here we are. Second big question that I got asked was, what am I doing right now? What's going on? So for those of you who do not know, I'm currently an ROTC instructor at the University of Tennessee at Martin. As of now, I am teaching the freshman class, so just like the super basic introductory level stuff. And then why I chose that job? Well, I wanted to do something different. I wanted to kind of take some time to step away from maybe more of the hectic stuff that would go on the line unit and focus on other things while still being able to fully commit myself to the Army. Also, it's a fun job. I have a lot of friends that do it and I've only heard good things. So it was a pretty easy choice. Someone asked how my Captain's Career Course experience was when I was up at Fort Bragg for the Special Operations Force Captain's Career Course. It was pretty fun. Well, maybe not fun, but it was good. I learned a ton. It was challenging when it needed to be, and the BS of Army stuff was kept at a minimum. So I enjoyed it. I'm glad I went. I think I enjoyed that more than I would have enjoyed just normal MCCC down at Benning, mainly because I don't like Benning, but that's neither here nor there. Yeah, it was a good experience. I didn't make a ton of videos because I wasn't even allowed to have my phone in the building in which we were getting instructions on, and it was all classroom work. So there really wasn't anything to show. How many push-ups can I do in a row? Quite a few, I guess. Exact number, been a while. The Army, we don't even test normal push-ups anymore, so I don't train normal push-ups anymore as much, I guess. I know I can do the ones that are at the beginning of PRT, so that's good enough sometimes. I get asked a lot if I regret joining the Army, and if I could go back in time, would I still join the Army? And if I did still join the Army, would I still join the infantry? And the answer to both of those is yes. So a lot of people who may not have met me or known me like in high school or anything like that probably don't realize that I just don't describe myself as a human being before I joined the Army, or at least before I was 18. And of course, part of that is just being a young teenager. But at the same time, I had no real life pressures, I guess, if that makes sense. I was just kind of existing, not really trying hard at anything, not really giving anything substantial effort that was too difficult. And I think the hardest thing I did in high school was just like go to the gym after school every day. And even then I would just kind of half-ass it and go about my business, which is why my squad is lagging behind so many years later. But that aside, no, I don't regret the Army at all. It turned me into who I am, and I like who I am for the most part, despite what my Instagram story might say. But I would never go back and do something else. Because if I had done something else, people don't believe me, but I would probably just be some fat guy living in my mom's spare bedroom, not really doing anything with my life. So I have to thank the Army for giving me that. And then would I still go infantry? Absolutely. Like I was a little on the fence when I first chose infantry as a cadet, but now looking back at my time spent with my last unit, 100% I'm glad the route that I took. It was super fulfilling. I really enjoyed the kind of training we did. I liked being mechanized even. I thought that was kind of like a layer of cool that was on top of everything, doing something a little different than everyone else. Yeah, I had a good time with it. I really liked the type of soldiers I was around all the time, every day. And that's probably the one thing I missed the most from being an ROTC instructor to just being in a unit, is being able to hang out with and train with soldiers. Cadets are okay, I guess. Why is my hair so fluffy? Tea tree oil. tea tree oil. That's the thing. And it smells nice too. Do I have Riz? No, not even a little bit. How do I feel West Point set me up for the future? Again, kind of goes back to the Army question, but I think it did a good job of kicking me in the butt when I really needed it in life. I'm glad I did it at 18 as opposed to like maybe this age now where I'm 27, and I would have had some realization that I wasted most of my 20s or something. So at the very least, I can look back and say that all the opportunities that it gave me and the person it turned me into, I have to thank it for it. And so yes, it did set me up well for the future. And when I say that, I mostly mean just like as a human being. Like it turned me into an adult. It taught me how to be a responsible human being and go about the world, I guess, in a weird, otherworldly, controlled prison existence. I don't know how to describe it, but it shifted me from a child into adult. So yes, I think it prepared me well. Some people ask if I have to like hide the fact that I like film people or things like that, and the answer is no. Like all of the video you see me shoot for my channel where like there's other people around in it, one, I'm pretty discreet, and not because like I'm trying to hide it, but because I just think the shots look cooler if it's candid. I don't want to like be going around and everyone be acting different because of the camera. And then two, it's because if I'm filming something, it's because I'm at work. And it's not that I'm not allowed to film it, but people are doing things that they need to be doing sometimes. And I'm not going to just like interrupt them and tell them to like do stuff or whatever. No, I don't like get in trouble for doing all this stuff. Yes, everyone that I work with knows about it. My soldiers knew about it. Cadets know about it. Like I get a lot of comments sometimes saying like, oh, I hope your soldiers see this. And then in reality, my soldiers would like come up to me and ask to be in them. So again, I don't know where that comes from necessarily. But yeah, it's allowed. I don't do anything that would get me in trouble. And it's kind of cool. So last couple questions. Someone asked if I plan on putting out any more philosophy related content. The answer is yes. I actually have one written that I'm excited about. But those kind of videos take a lot more planning and preparation, and I just simply have not had time or the energy to really do it. But it's already written. I'm excited about it. I want to get it out. So yes, you can expect it soon-ish. When, I don't know. But do know that that video and other videos like it are coming. Like I said, they take a lot more effort in terms of like writing and thinking and being creative. So they just kind of end up taking longer to get out, I guess. And then last thing people ask a lot is like where I get my music, and I literally just Google like bossa nova in the YouTube search thing, and then it just shows me different stuff. And I like that music and the kind of sounds that it goes with, because it's like a weird juxtaposition between like, you know, cadets running around in tactical gear, or, you know, Bradley's driving around and shooting explosive rounds. And then you just hear like, you know, some chill coffee house music, because I think it's kind of funny and ironic, and I just kind of like that music anyway. And of course, being a millennial, I can't do anything without some level of irony, so that's mainly where that comes from. Okay, that is going to be the last question. Thank you guys so much for 10,000. Here's to the next 10,000. Hopefully it doesn't take as long.